Hey y'all, DB here, coming at you with a little Oldhammer, a little bringing the dead back to life, some necromancy. I'm necromancing, y'all, necromancing, peanut butter wolf style. So what we have here is some original OG Skeleton Horde first Games Workshop plastic Undead box set skellies. These dudes I inherited from one of my buddies when he moved out of the house a while ago. He left me a whole box of Undead stuff, and in it were a bunch of these dudes, and you can see they were in a fucking state, y'all. This was probably the best painted example, would be something like this, which, yeah, I ain't hating, but it ain't what I want on the table. So, and then that was a good one. A lot of them were like this, dude. I don't even know. I guess like a splash of black primer. I'm not even sure. But and then some of them were just straight broken, you know? Like this dude didn't have a head, but DB had plenty of heads because my bits box runs deep. So deep, it'll put you to sleep, is my bits box. But anyway, so when I was rooting through some stuff not too long ago, maybe a month or two ago, I was like, damn, look at all these old skellies. And I decided I would necromance them and bring them back to life, y'all, and make them usable. So what I did was, I didn't even prime them, y'all. I left them like this, right? Or even this crusty black one, I did them like that. And I took some bone white, brushed it on rather liberally, and then I hit them with some Skeleton Horde contrast, and I got them to look like this, y'all. Right? Now this one ain't done. I got to put some work in on this guy's shield. You know what I mean? This dude doesn't even have a shield. He needs a little more contrast. You can see there's some spots, like right here on his hand, up here on his shoulder and whatnot. So I hit him with contrast. He needs a little bit more. And then I just threw some rust on his sword. And then I hit the base with some goblin green. Right? And that's like stage one. Check this dude out. His shield was like all kinds of weird, crazy. So painted, just threw on some, bumping the camera, y'all. Sorry. Threw on some heavy black there. And then this dude, he's an axeman. His hand, he must have had his shield that broke off too. So I got to do a little more contrast on him. But I took him to that stage, y'all. And then from there, we do this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Little skeleton bowman. He's flocked now. I hit most of the spots. Threw some brown on this. Little silver here. Fletched the arrows red. And threw some, I guess it's the shaft of the arrows. I made it a little white. You know what I mean? And we have a perfectly good skeleton. And you know why? Because I got some undead armies. But for my 3rd edition battle with my bro, using that old magic, you can summon skeletons, dude. Right? Summon Skeleton Horde and whatnot. But as you can see, these dudes now are pretty legit, right? This is one thing I never, like, are these, so clearly these are rings where the bow, so I probably should paint those silver, where the bowstring would be. Here's one with a sword that's finished up. I threw just a quick shield motif on him. You know, basic stuff there, just to break it up a little bit. Because these are like going to be skeletons that get summoned with magic or something. Or I guess if I needed a unit of skeleton bowmen. whatever. But it felt bad to me that there were like some 30-year-old plastic models just living in the bottom of a box in the state they were in. This guy appears to be shooting his bow at the ground. Ah! How come I didn't notice that? We could pretend he's reloading or something. Or he's shooting, maybe he's shooting a groundhog. Ah! Groundhog! Or a dwarf. And then check this dude out, right? I mean, some of them are clearly better than others, but I mean, they were in a awful state, right? An awful state. So you take this, and with just a little bit of work, you can turn them into this. You know what I'm saying? And this dude, perfectly fine on the tabletop. This dude, you look at him and you're like, what the fuck? He's like a black morass, right? You don't even know. He's like not even in focus anymore because he's so shit. I don't even know. But yeah, man. Little Oldhammer bringing the dead back to life with DB, right? Little threadomancy. Just a few stages, you know? And it's super easy, man. You just, even shit like this, you don't need to strip it or whatever because it's a skeleton, right? So it's like just throw some bone white on that bear and then little contrast on them, and then pick out some details, and then some good modeling flock, you know, and you're good to go. And this, you know, this modeling flock I got on here is check this out now. I have a jar of this still. I don't know. The date on it says, the date on it says 2005. So I don't know. That's like some almost 20 years old. It's been sitting there. But you always got to have some goblin green flock, yo, for true Oldhammerness. Fuck all that fancy base shit. Give me some goblin green, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. So everybody, remember, be good to one another and do what you feel.